trouble is, it is so widespread and still taught today in classrooms for elementary school children, but it is not the way to health. It is a form of advertising as well. And so wheat, when ingested, anyone who's read anything about the Wheat Belly book and Dr. William Davis's work and all of the research done in regards to wheat, it has such far-reaching effects in regards to gluten intolerance, which leads to Crohn's disease, malabsorption issues, inflammation and pain. It also triggers diabetes. So wheat is broken down and highly refined. When you ingest it, it too floods the bloodstream with this simple sugar. That is the diabetic connection. Wheat contains gluten. That's the protein that is in wheat. Whenever you make pancake batter or something like that and you drop some on the counter, if you don't wipe it up right away, it has to be chiseled off. That is the glue in the gluten. When you ingest that, it tends to coat the intestines and forms a barrier so that your body's no longer able to really absorb the other healthy foods that you're eating, because now you have this coating in your intestines. And it leads to inflammation, and it triggers that satiation center, and it makes you crave, so you eat more.
Wow. Well, that's a lot of information, and I think our listeners are going to be really astounded by all of that because, frankly, I did not drink orange juice in the morning. That I did not do. But occasionally I would have trail mix, and I would buy, I would buy it in a jar
Yes.
because, but it did have raisins because I'm a sucker for raisins. I love raisins. And so, anything with raisins in it, I love. So that is a no-no for me. In terms of the bread, I get that. And I stopped using smoothies when I found out that, I don't know, a particular smoothie that I thought was the most healthful thing in the world was almost 1,800 calories. So that eliminated that for me. But you have an online business, Lifestyle Balance Solutions. Tell us about that and what people get from that and why they should follow you on that.
Sure. So I've been in practice for 20 years, and you get to know your patients really, really well over the course of that time. And just repeatedly hearing the frustration that they were having, they would go to their medical doctors with particular situations, and all they would be given is a prescription. Or they were told to lose weight for a whole list of conditions like your knee pain or joint pain. You need to lose weight so there's less pressure on the joint. Or for their diabetes, you need to lose weight for that. Or for their heart disease, you need to lose weight for that. But nobody told them how to lose the weight. And so they are just so confused. And then with the media and this information overload that we have now with the internet, it's a wonderful thing, but it's a tricky thing to navigate because you don't know where the information is coming from and what you're supposed to believe. And so through my extensive background with my health and wellness training and also my nutritional education, I wanted to be able to share this with my patients. And I was doing that one at a time as they were coming in for their chiropractic visits. And then I got to notice that I was saying the same things over and over. People were wanting the same information in all different scenarios. And so I thought, you know what, this is a great opportunity to be able to share it with everyone on this online medium. And that's how I created Lifestyle Balance Solutions. And my focus is about balancing every aspect of living, not just about food, although that is a key component, because you can fuel your body well 100% of the time, but if other areas of your life are stressed, then your body's still not going to function optimally. And we are in a very stressed state right now between time frames and phones going off at all hours of the day and night and people not getting the rest that they need and doing things for their bodies and to their bodies that they think are right but truly aren't. So it's all about getting back to nature and fueling your body naturally without gimmicks or potions or, supplements or bars or all of this stuff. It's about understanding how your body functions and then learning how to provide for your body in a natural way.
So would you say that, you say something about having your own health crisis. What happened to you?
Well, during that time when my dad, was sick and then passed, when they talk about life events, you only have, when you have that many major life crises all happening at the same time, that is overwhelming. And it was overwhelming to me. So, at that point, at 33 years old, I almost died of a heart attack. And that would have left my husband to raise our 3 children, and our 4th would never have been born. And so that's when it really struck me, and I had to learn how to change my lifestyle and bring it together to find a way to balance all aspects of my life, because I was giving to everyone else, and I was not giving anything to me. So I've learned that if you don't take care of yourself, no one else is going to. And it is not selfish to take care of yourself first, because when you do energize yourself first and put yourself on the priority list, you are then able to better care for those around you.
Well, that is true. That is absolutely true. And you said you had this a heart attack, and of course, I don't know what your dad died from, but is it true that if your parents had whatever disease, that you're going to have it too, like high blood pressure or heart disease?
No, not at all.
No.
Now,
Okay.
if you live the same life that your parents did, and you provide the same environment for your body that your parents did, then it is expected that you will follow down the same results. But I am here to tell you, through the research that is being done and everything that has been published, that if you change the environment that you provide for your body, you can change your outcomes. And it doesn't matter what age you are, or what point you're at, or where you're starting from, because every step that you take forward will change what your future is going to be. Genes can be turned on and turned off. So you are not genetically predetermined just because mom and dad had it that you're going to have it too. That is not true. And that's what I help people do, is really turn on their optimal potential in their bodies and how to do it naturally.
Well, I can see that you are just a wealth of information, and I think that we should tell people how to find you, because if it's online, it doesn't matter where people are. They can take your course, or they can find out about what is good for them and what isn't, simply by going to your website. Is that true?
That's true. And that's one of the wonders of the internet. I'm at drstaceycooper.com, drstaceycooper.com. And right on the website, I have a free 2-part video series called Eliminate Your 5 Hidden Energy Drainers. And you just put in your name and email address right there, and it immediately goes to your email inbox. And this is to show you just some simple steps that you can get started on to turn around your body function and to get it functioning better, for better body function and optimal vitality.
Well, that's fantastic. I think what you're doing is great. I think you have a great deal of information. We only have about 2 minutes left, Stacey, and I really would like to have you give our listeners whatever final tips you would like to that we haven't mentioned, because I don't think all chiropractors have your nutritional background or study. So what are some things that you would like to leave them with?
That is true, Dr. Gale. And so one thing, a question I typically get is, how are my programs different from diet programs and other things that people have already tried? Now, with diets, typically you'd end up depriving yourself, you're sacrificing, you're eliminating things that you're not allowed to have. And in the end, you feel like you've worked really, really hard and you deserve a reward. And this completely sabotages your efforts. So with what I teach is I show you how to swap out the bad fuels and replace them with great fuels, and you even get to enjoy dessert. So I've created the Healthy Fuels Cookbook, which has 37 recipes in it from morning to noon to night, and dessert as well. And because what's life without dessert, right?
That's right.
And they are delicious, healthy, and easy. My husband and our 4 teenage kids love them, and they can make them themselves because we don't have a chef in our kitchen or 3 hours to prepare a meal generally. So it has to work in my family before I'm going to share it with anybody else. And so that's one of the initial steps, is fueling your body better and knowing what it needs and then how to provide that. And it's easy when you get to the core of that.
Well, I'm going to remind everybody again, this is how you reach Dr. Stacey. It's Dr. Dr. Stacey, Cooper, COOPER.com. Go there, get the things that she offers you, look at the videos, and maybe you'll be able to improve your health as well. I want to thank you so much for being with us today, Dr. Stacey. It was a wonderful interview and eye-opening for me, so I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Dr. Gale.